Namaskar. Good morning, viewers. Asian Literary Society, in association with the Journal of Asian Art, Culture and Literature, organizes the third chapter of Bhaasha. We welcome you all in the celebration of Bangla art, literature, and culture. সুধীবৃন্দ, এশিয়ান লিটারারি সোসাইটির উদ্যোগে জার্নাল অফ এশিয়ান আর্ট কালচার অ্যান্ড লিটারেচারের সহযোগিতায় এবছর ভাষার তৃতীয় অনুষ্ঠান উদযাপিত হচ্ছে। বাংলা সাহিত্য, শিল্প এবং সংস্কৃতির এই উৎসব উদযাপনে আপনারা সবাই স্বাগত। To start with few lines from the great composer and lyricist Atul Prasad Sen. মোদের গর্ব মোদের আশা আমরি বাংলা ভাষা। মোদের গর্ব মোদের আশা আমরি বাংলা ভাষা। তোমার কোলে তোমার বলে কতই শান্তি ভালোবাসা। কি জাদু বাংলা গানে, গান গেয়ে দাঁড় মাঝি টানে। এমন কোথা আর আছে গো, গেয়ে গান নাচে বাউল, গান গেয়ে ধান কাটে চাষা। ওই ভাষাতে নিত্যই গোড়া আনলো ভক্তি ধারা। মরি হায় হায় রে, আছে কই এমন ভাষা, এমন দুঃখ শ্রান্তি নাশা। বিদ্যাপতি, চণ্ডী, গোবিন, হেম, মধু, বঙ্কিম, নবীন, আরো কত মধুর গো। ওই ফুলেরই মধুর রসে বাঁধলো সুখে মধুর বাসা। বাজিয়ে রবি তোমার বিনে আনলো মালা জগৎ দিনে। গর্ব কোথায় রাখি গো, তোমার চরণ তীর্থে আজি জগৎ করে যাওয়া আসা। ওই ভাষাতে প্রথম বলে ডাকনু মায়ে মা মা বলে। ওই ভাষাতেই বলবো হরি, সাঙ্গ হলে কাঁদা হাসা। With these verses, I now invite the Honorable Chief Guest of the event, Professor Achintya Biswas. Professor Achintya Biswas worked as a faculty in Burdwan Raj College, North Bengal University, and was an administrative head in the Department of Banga in Jadavpur University, Kolkata. Besides his brilliant and engaging academic career, he is a renowned writer who has in his credit 6 books on poetry, 5 books of translated poetry, 3 books of fiction, and 40 books on criticism. He is a life member of the Asiatic Society Kolkata, Folklore Society of South Indian Languages, Thiruvananthapuram, Folkloric Education and Research Institute, Kolkata, and also member of Bungyo Sahitya Parishad. To mention few names from his publication, Tarashankar Bandyopadhyay's কবি, তারাশঙ্করের রাধা, বিপ্রদাস পিপিলাইয়ের মনসামঙ্গল, জগজীবন ঘোষালের মনসামঙ্গল, বিজয় গুপ্তের মনসামঙ্গল, সমর্থ পঞ্চম তারাশঙ্করের হাসলু বাকের উপকথা, লোক সংস্কৃতি বিদ্যা, কবির পদাবলী, দক্ষিণ ভারতের গ্রাম দেবতা, লোক সংস্কৃতি ও বাংলা সাহিত্য, অদ্বৈত মল্লবর্ধন রচনা সমগ্র, সাক্ষ্য পদাবলী, অনুপূরিত অদ্বৈত মল্লবর্ধন। Welcome on the forum, sir. Sir, I would request you to address the global audience with an opening speech to mark today's event. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I am like to speak here. Title of my lecture is India meets Southeast Asia, some case study from Bengali literature and related references. Rabindranath Tagore had addressed a public gathering when felicitated by the বৃহত্তর ভারত সমিতি or Association for the Greater India at Town Hall, Kolkata on July 1927 as follows. India cannot be depicted in the large metropolis that mercantile center for the British colony, namely Calcutta. Rather, India is reflected with the Ganges and the Himalaya. গঙ্গা নদী ভারতের একটি বৃহৎ পরিচয়কে বহন করে আনে। The Ganges sketches India in a perfect and grandeur, mega size itself. হিমালয়ে এমন একটি চিরন্তন রূপ যা সমগ্র ভারতের। The Himalaya portrays India as a whole with the traditional forever. I can refer Robindra Rachanavali, 19th volume, and it was published in 1927 as a article, Brihattara Bharat. Why the tour was planned for? Rabindranath Tagore says it was a journey in search of our own tradition, old and ancient, with the Southeast Asian archipelago. He said that the great Indian epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, Puranic traditions, was still persisting there. That is why he was in search of Indian tradition in that or those archipelagos. At Batavia, Java, on Bhadra 4, 1334, 1334 BS Bengali Samvat, August 1927, Rabindranath wrote a beautiful poetry named Sri Vijayalakshmi. In it, we find the following lines. গঙ্গা তীরে মন্দিরেতে সেদিন শঙ্খ বাজে, তোমার বাণী এপার হতে মিলল তারি মাঝে। বিষ্ণু আমার কইল কানে, বললে দশভুজা, অজানা এই সিন্ধু তীরে নেব আমার পূজা। Today, I remember the Count's shade was triumphed beneath the Ganges, and the words of thee and me had a symphony here. Lord Vishnu whispered, and also Goddess Dasabhuja, we will have your offerings there on an unknown seashore. Not only that, the holy river Mandakini requested him to that joyful seashore is waiting for you. রামায়ণের কবি আমায় কইল আকাশ হতে, আমার গঙ্গা আমার বাণী পার করে দাও দূর সাগরের স্রোতে। তোমার ডাকে উতল হলো বেদ বেদব্যাসের ভাষা, বললে আমি ওপারেতে বাঁধব নূতন বাসা। রবীন্দ্রনাথ is stated address to the audience in the Calcutta Town Hall that he planned for the tour to reconnect the cultural tradition with the Southeast Asian countries during the lawmaker or Sriti Shastra's writers who banned Indian people not to do a sea voyage because sea became themselves to be black water kalapan to them. Darkness of the medieval period cut off our wings. Arabic savaged invaders came with their monolithic power, grabbed everything precious that possessed by us. Rabindranath Tagore mentioned this gloomy situation in this context in his bunch of letters, Java Jatri Diary, Java Jatri Patro, on 31st August 1927, a letter addressed to Meera Devi, Tagore pointed that from that time of banning, the journey through the sea, India and Indonesia, Indochina, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, and so on and so forth, became departed. Hindu culture of the countries became rootless and fixed. But Tagore astonishingly feels and noticed that at Karem Ashan of Bali, that still the wave of Indian tradition with the half-hearted remembrance of the past. সেই আধফোলা ইতিহাসের ছেদগুলো দিয়ে এদেশের স্বকীয় চিত্ত নিজেকে প্রকাশ করছে। The people of Bali Island were receptive indeed. They are still expressing in the memory of Hindu culture in their practices, day by day life, and in their drama, musical performance. They used to call building as Puri, what is a Sanskrit word, king as Arya, noble one. Brahmins lost their sacred thread, but in any performance which is happening there, four people come from Brahmin community. One named after Buddha, second named after Shiva, third named after Brahma, and fourth named after Vishnu. Thus, Hinduism is still persist there in Bali Island. Indian ethos, unity of diversity, is fixed and uh, cultivated here, but they are continuing the old practice. Once Rabindranath visited a king who claimed himself that he is of a holy Raglan family, Vishnu Vangshiyo, or uh, uh, ancestor of Lord Vishnu. He knew the synonyms of some Sanskrit words also, that king. He said Somudra, Sagara, Abdhi, Jalartho, etc. And for mountains, he said Odri, Sumeru, Himalaya, Vindhya, Malaya, Rishmukh, etc. For rivers, he said Ganga, Jamuna, Iravati, Godavari, Kaveri, Saraswati. What a resemblance I can amazed. Professor Shumiti Kumar Chattopadhyay was one of the co-passengers who visited South Asian uh, countries along with Rabindranath Tagore. He wrote a very nicely written book, রবীন্দ্র সঙ্গমে দীপময় ভারত ও শ্যাম দেশ. He put some points there. And it is interesting to say that one Bali resident popular poet named Duto Tilak, Duto Tilak, he was um, presented a poem of himself to endorse, welcome Rabindranath Tagore. Professor S.K. Chatterjee found some English rendering by Professor Arnold Bucke, what have been published in Vishwabharati Quarterly. I may quote some of the stanzas of this poetry in my writer. Now, time does not press yet, but it must be. May it go as it pleases you. Blessed be your departure. And this verse has been dedicated to you. Another stanza. Then when you, it is written in Javanese language and translated into English. Therefore, I can utter only English translation here. There, then when you close to come, my soul exalted like the fish in the fullness of water, like a plant in a refreshing showers of rain, happier even than thus. And also he wrote that my heart is dancing like a beautiful girl seeing you. And we can remember that Rabindranath Tagore wrote a poem, Bali, in that situation. After that, Bali was renamed after Sagorika. সাগর জলে স্নান করি সজল এলো চুলে বসিয়াছিলাম উপল উপকূলে. In that situation, a girl from the island came and said, what for you came here? He said, I came here for you only. And here is the garland, and thus a thing of joy, of love, and then a spiritual journey to the temple of Shiva. It occurs there. I can quote from Bengal. ইঙ্গিত পুঞ্জিত তুঙ্গ পাষাণের সঙ্গীতের ডাকে আকাশের পানে উঠেছে তাদের নাম, উঠেছে অনন্ত ধ্বনি, বুদ্ধের স্মরণ রইলাম। Thus, in another poetry, he asked, that poetry was named uh, Borobudur, the greatest temple site in Java. Now, Rabindranath Tagore said in Sagarika, দুজনে মিলি সাজায় ডালি বসিনু এক আসনে, নটরাজের বুঝিনু এক মনে, কুহেলি গেল আকাশে আলো, মিল দিল সে পরকাশি, ধৈর্যটির মুখের পরে পার্বতীর হাসি। A mist or fog, কুহেলি, had been wiped out, light sparked over, and 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 natural love relation started. Therefore, in the in this poetry, Tagore wrote a discontacted form of departure also by an accident. লবণ জলে ভরি আধার রাতে ডুবলো মোর রতন, আধার রাতে ডুবিল মোর রতন ভরা তরি। There was a ship taken, and therefore I cannot meet you again. After a long silence, the person voiced after, now he is in contrast, said, I have not came here with any weapon. I came here a musical instrument with me. এনেছি শুধু বিনা, দেখো তো চেয়ে আমারে তুমি চিনিতে পারো কিনা। I have come again as an artist. Can you remember me? I am going into shifting myself in another literary work. Now, I can refer a fiction written by Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay. The name of the fiction is Hira Manik Jole, published in monthly magazine Mouchak in 1941, and uh, it has been published in a book form also after that. The protagonist of this fiction is Sushil of Sundarpur village. Came to know that a fictitious island is there named Bimbo Munir Deep, planned for a voyage. This is a romantic journey of a 20th century Bengali youth who remember the golden past of India. He gone there, see the Mahakalo, and in the Champa kingdom, he find out the depopulated Bimbamuni Deep and a depopulated temple there, etc. This was a very nicely framed fiction indeed. In a portion, Vibhuti Bhushan's characters say that ভারত ভারত তুমি এখনো এই দ্বীপে উপস্থিত আছো। You are still representing yourself in this island. Finally, I am remembering the great novelist Sharathchandra Chattopadhyay. His Srikanto in four part and Pother Dabi I can refer in this context very nicely. Srikanto's second part depicted Barmadesh, Brahmadesh, or now Myanmar, in a vivid manner. Pother Dabi had its revolutionary activity in the Southeast Asian countries as a whole. A perfect protagonist named after Shobboshachi, flag bearer of Indian independence or freedom movement here, and internationalized the causes. He put the people of that countries united. We can stand in the freedom movement and inspire them. That is why it resembles with Netaji Subhash Chandra movement, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's INA also. And I think fight of Netaji Subhash Chandra was in historical manner, but in this fiction written in 1926, prior the Netaji Subhash Chandra's fighting, it was depicted in a literary manner. Therefore, we can say literature somehow, sometime is not following the history, but making history also. Therefore, this Pother Dabi uh, is depicted a four-sided literary Jill or talent from Bengal who touched the South East Asian countries. Now I can conclude myself and I can give my heartful thanks to the organizer. Thank you very much for patience
Thank
hearing.
you. Thank you, sir, for such a detailed lecture and so enriching. Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, for being with us and stay tuned. Thank you.
Okay.